The one club we use the most, we tend not to actually practice with. The short stick, the putter. Now, I've been seeing a few of your comments crying out for this. Okay, we're looking at Andy Lockett's comment right here. Andy said, "Hi Alex, we all take about 30 putts per round, some of us more. What are your tips on practicing putting and putting techniques to get under 30 putts?" Now, the one thing, Andy, to think about here is how many greens we're hitting as well, because that's going to really influence that stat. But guys, let's get into today's video. We're going to go one better here. We're going to get an actual club golfer in on the channel to help explain one of my favourite drills to do with putting. But also, if you're brand new to this channel, well, warm welcome. I'm Alex, I'm a PGA golf professional, and I am here powered by you, the viewer. So anything that you're struggling with in your game, don't worry, get in those comments, I'm here to help. Okay, Josh, so let's have a look at your putting technique here. So I've seen you hit a few putts. I've obviously played a lot of golf with you.
Yes,
you all know that.
Lots of golf.
But what I want to have a look at here is, like, I always think in putting, we've got to have a solid base.
Yeah.
So our foundations, that's like our feet, our knees, our hips, have always got to stay pretty stable in order to get this right, because it's fine margins.
Yeah, definitely.
So I want you to have a look at here. I've circled your knees, but so I want you just to like sort of play close attention to these. A little bit of movement on the way back.
Yeah.
But more importantly, on the way through.
It's not great, that is it?
Something like transfer, no wait. The running joke is Josh tells me that I like to tell people to center their knees in the golf swing.
Yes.
You're certainly doing it with your putting.
Yeah, I do it at the wrong point, basically.
100%. Okay, so this is going to be really interesting. We're going to use a training aid here to help Josh improve his putting. Okay, Josh, so we've basically got a bit of a training aid here.
Yes.
Like, I've used this before a lot with people in the long game, and I experimented a little bit with the putting. Now, the idea is if I sort of say, like, it makes you a little bit unbalanced. It's a balance rod, basically. So then once you jump off this, after hitting a few putts on it, you will feel very, very grounded.
Right, okay.
So you go from standing on here, getting underneath the arches of your feet, addressing your golf ball, really working hard in that core to keep that balance and keep those legs still. So then when you jump off this, it's like, oof, I feel
more
really
planted.
quite grounded.
Yeah.
Exactly that word. So I want you to jump on here. Let's hit a few putts and then we can get a bit of your feedback on it.
Excellent.
Okay, Josh, so let's just step onto here. So remember, it's the sort of balls, the arch of our foot wants to sit like on here. So you should feel as though you can like maybe like rock either side. Yeah. And that's the idea.
Okay.
You should feel unbalanced. You should feel like the core's getting into this and that we're tilting over from those hips to really feel as though you're over the golf ball. Because you think right now, like, one thing you can't do is move those legs because you're literally not going to find the centre of the face.
Yeah, and it's that feeling of being slightly unbalanced, like you said, really makes you think about not moving. Because if you move one way or the other, you're rocking, basically.
I'm not going to lie, this is a tough one, but a brilliant one that I would do as a drill, but something to improve technique and something to do before a round. Okay, Josh, 2 putts on the rod, then we're going to hit some putts off the rod.
So just a thought, am I trying to be balanced in the middle, or do I want my heels on the floor?
I always want to be a little bit more toes to heels, really, as I'm doing this drill. But the idea is that it's tough either way.
It is tough, it's really tough. Right, okay. God, my legs are shaking here. The one thing, you literally have to be so tight and feel like you're not moving at all, because at the slightest movement and you're either forward or back on this.
The way I think about it, it's like overtraining.
Yeah, definitely. But that being said, I feel like I can't move my legs, because if I do, I'm probably going to roll an ankle.
So if he's got terrible ankles.
But all seriousness though, I don't feel like I can do this anymore.
An expression that I use, and I love this one, take this one to the golf course, is feel as though your bum is on the wall. You're trying to keep your bum on the wall throughout. It would stop your legs moving. But this is a great training aid to almost falsify getting that feeling. Okay, one more putt.
Now you feel very unbalanced, but I can see now when I'm going to hit some putts on the floor how it's going to really make a difference.
You probably feel grounded right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get some putts going with you, no balance rod. Right, so let's now hit just 2 putts, Josh, off the balance board. And you're going to feel, it's weird. It's hard to explain without actually using this, like how balanced you're going to feel right now.
But even studying now, having been on there, So you're not lining up a putt, you feel more grounded, feel more planted.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, hit a couple of putts for me. Way better that, mate. Way better.
Feels better as well. It's strange how we only hit 2 putts on that, but instantly the feedback that I'm getting having stepped off it is just straight away it feels better.
And how I do it, so I would hit 2 putts on it, 2 putts off it, 2 putts on it, 2 putts off it, just so you keep that feeling fresh, because you'll soon not feel planted off it. So it's good to keep that feeling fresh.
Yeah, and the other thing I think this will be good for, from my perspective, is before I go out and play, hitting some on the putting green with this.
It fits in your bag.
Yeah,
literally.
and then having that feeling of being planted going out onto the course.
So just hit one more for me, Josh, and then I want to show you this video. So I've got a video of you practicing before now. Nice. Okay, so guys, you'll be able to see this on the side of the screen as well. Have a look at this, right? Look at your knees. I'll play this through. Solid as a rock.
It's amazing really how something so simple can change something quite drastically.
And what I would do is, if you're struggling on the golf course, Josh, go with that feeling of your bum on the wall, but maybe go a little bit narrower, just because it's almost like that opposite effect. When you go so narrow, you can't afford to be moving.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're a little bit wide, you can sort of move a little bit more, almost like a centered point.
It makes me stay still.
Yeah, but use that maybe as a go-to feeling if you're struggling out on the golf course.
Excellent.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. I think this is a brilliant way to answer Andy's question and answer your questions on putting. Remember, this channel is powered by the viewers, so don't forget to get in those comments and let me know what you're struggling with.